Hi guys, so today here we have the Honda Activa 6G. So basically the BS6, the first two-wheeler in the industry, it's called bought by the Honda and represented as Activa 6G, which is called the 6th generation. Okay, so this is the first OBD one vehicle which is called BS6 basically. So it has been introduced at the late end of the 2019, but still now they are continuing and they have come up with the latest version OBD2 called Activa Smart. But this is not smart, I'll get it later. Why I am doing specifically on 6G is that there are some the basic part which I like to tell you about the 6G. Why? I'll tell you. First thing, the Honda. We all know that Honda is the brand of Japanese manufacturer. Japanese have three variants. In that, first variant is called cars. Second variant we have two, which substantial of two part, which is called scooters as well as the bikes. Bikes in the category of two section, which is called we have red wings as well as the big wing. Red wings comes with we have scooters smaller cc less than 200 and below, okay, which the cc comes above 300 and above, which is called big wings, like Honda CB300, CBR 650, CBR 500, 1000, Fireblade, African Tin. Okay, so which is less than 200cc, which is called CB200X, SP125, SP160, Honda Unicorn 160, SP Shine, Honda Activa, Honda Dio, Activa 125. So all those comes under the red wing. So let's come to the basic part of the Activa 6G. This is a 110cc come up with 108 kg of the total cab weight without any accessories. Okay, so the basic part, the basic thing I'll tell you. We'll come up with the cluster first. This is completely a analog system, which there is no digital. First thing I have to tell you is that we have a speedometer as well as we have odometer reading, as well as we have I-beam indication, left and right indicators, fuel. That's all. Finish. So this is the very basically they have given in the infotainment system, which is a completely analog. Coming to the left portion, we have high beam, low beam, and power switch, which is a completely integrated as a single piece, and we have indicator switch as well as the horn. And coming to the right portion, we have one and only switch, which is called kill switch, and also it is also integrated especially for switching of the engine and for the starting of the engine. So this has been given as integrated. This is quite smart, that I will tell you, because previous we have to we have a special button for starting the vehicle, a smaller over here. There is nothing special, but in this they have given us a single integrated switch that really quite looking so beautiful, that I have to tell especially. So here we have in the latest version we have three models. First thing, standard, deluxe, and Honda Smart. So in Smart we don't have keys. Actually we don't have keys. It comes with the keyless, which is actually a remote. There is no key port that you can you have to insert and start and write. So that's very quite simple. They have given it as like a remote key. And coming to the key section, so we have a single side lock, and also we have a shutter over here to close the ignition system, which will protect us from the theft as well as child lock, because if we kept on if we lock and go somewhere, especially for if you parking in somewhere in home or apartments, whatever, so people may have chance to keep a small kind of waste or sticks or something grabbing into inside of the keyhole, so that will make the damage. Especially this is the main motive of giving this shutter is to prevent the corrosion, prevent the lock, and prevent the rust formation, and prevent the difficulties facing during the rainy season, and also during the time of wash also. And coming to the point, if we are locked here, we have a system here, we have a lock point here. If we kept it on the point, it's a it's a pentagon size that you can have, fix it over here, and if you rotate, then it will get open. So if we keep it, if we push and tilt the steering and make it a little bit left, we can unlock the steering lock. If you put on, make it on, they have 3 steps, and coming to the second point, we can open the seat and we can open the fuel lid as well. Okay, so they have given in this small system, so nothing, in previous version of Activa we know that in 3G, 4G, 5G we have to remove it, we have to put it there, then we have to open it. In the 5th generation Activa they have given this, but now in the 6G version they have given the fuel lid in the rear back side, like this Jupiter, the first version of Jupiter. Okay, so coming to the another technical portion, this scooter comes with the braking system called a combi brake system, which means that if you apply in the back portion, see here I am applying over the back portion, but the front portion also getting locked. But do you think that if we apply in the rear brake, if we get if we the front brake also applied, do we think it will get skid? No, that's the reason it is called combi brake system. So in terms of Yamaha, it is called combined braking system, unified braking system. So actually the concept is remains same, like we know that in cars we have variable valve timing, that is called VVT, but in terms of different company like Hyundai, Maruti, they will derive it at VVT, VT like that. So the overall concept is completely same. Okay, the procedure, the working procedure, the mechanism is completely same, but then terms they are given in the different, because that's called there is a technical called the pattern rates. So based on that only they can derive it. And coming to the rear portion, the same, the back brake, but this brake doesn't effective on the rear, because when we apply the front brake, especially when we apply the front brake, the both cables is going to be work actually. Okay, which means that the complete entire front system will going to work, but when you apply the rear brake, the lower cable is going to be actuated. So which means that the 100% in the, when you are applying in the rear brake, the 100% rear brake will work, and the 30%, minimum of 25 to 30% of the front brake is going to apply, which means that there will be a stability in the braking. That what. And third thing, so since this is the first basic variant, we don't have LED, this is a completely halogen actually. So this is the completely halogen, all the indicators as well, including the tail lamp. So including the tail lamp. So there is nothing digital version of this one, only the headlight has been given as the digital. So nothing apart from that, there is nothing they have given in the digital version. And even this Activa 6G comes with the kickstart option, so that is quite good only, because in the smart Activa we doesn't have kickstart system. And coming to the front portion, we have the one. Before going to that, I have to tell you one more thing is that, so if you really think that Activa has changed the market, if you are asking me the question, I'll say does it. But still Honda Activa is one of the fast moving scooter category in Indian, especially in Indian market. Why? Because of its the name, especially the name, the Activa. Scooter means Activa only, because the name which will go to everybody's mind is called Activa. So we will write and we'll check it out. The emblem here, and the nomination they have given the Activa, and the version is given as a sticker. That's the second thing. And also the primer system, we know that that battery comes in the front portion with front panel. So but in the 6G and the further version, they have given battery in the foot part actually. So in the footboard, you know that already at that the similarity, the nowadays the vehicle manufacturing they are doing with the same thing, because it will be much safer and will be much easier to operate, as well as the entire circuit is complicated. Due to that, they have given is as the completely integrated over here. And we have a hook over here, and we have hook over the below to carry maximum up to 2 kgs. And also I'll tell seat, coming to the seat portion, I'll tell you, if you want to open the seat, coming here we have the nomination here, fuel and seat. So if you come to that particular point, press the seat will be opened. Since this is the second version of the Activa 6G, why I'll tell you, if the people who purchase Activa during 2019-2021, you can see a button over here, the same similarity button over here, that is called the first version, and this is the second version. Since it doesn't have any separate seat catcher holder over here, they have given integrator over there inside the dicky box only, that I have to tell. And this vehicle comes with the basic owner manual book, medical kit, and we have a tool kit over here which comes with the very basic 3 tools: a spanner, screwdriver, and a spark plug adapter. So the basic whatever setup they have, Honda is providing, they have provided actually. And we also have a beautiful grab handle here to make the travel much comfortable for the pillion, because the person who is sitting in the back, they have the very good grip over here, that I have to say. Even if you are height person, short person, fat person, or a thin person, whatever, the comfortable in the rear person, the passenger, is really much comfortable. And also they can hold the leg over here, which is make more easier for driving in the city. And if you are a short person or long height person, whatever, the the total ergonomics during the steering tilt left or right, it provides much comfortable, that I have to tell specifically. We know that scooter is specifically designed for the inside the daily commute as well as in the city. So even when we are telling about that, the driving ergonomics completely is much comfortable while riding in the city. And coming to the fuel portion, so if you want to open the fuel lid, just press it upper side, fuel lid is open. And we have a small fuel tank cap over here. If you press and remove it easily, within one rotate we will get the fuel lid. Actually, I have to tell you one thing, that many people don't know to use this fuel lid actually. When you are going for refilling fuel, please, you can keep it over here. That's the reason they have given this design. Please remind that, keep that in mind and use it actually. You no need to wait, you have no need to hold, nothing. So just keep it here, it hold very beautifully. Because during when I was working for the Honda dealer, actually even I learned from that actually. The first thing that I learned from, not from the training, it's from the manual book. Please read the manual book before operating the vehicle. That is very much more important. That will give you the much more confidence. And other technical part I have to tell you is that we have doesn't have the spring suspension over here. We have a telescopic fork over here, which will give the much comfortable suspension action, that I have to tell you very specifically. I'll explain, I'll derive it during my ride. And second thing I will tell you is that it got a beautiful rim wheels with drum brakes. It doesn't comes with the disc brake, but it comes with the drum brakes, that I will tell you very specifically, and comes with the alloy wheel. So the 6th generation doesn't carry, do you think if you doesn't carry much money, but they did change actually. First technical thing I will tell you is that the vehicle doesn't comes with a carburetor. This comes with a fuel injection, that is called PMGFI, which is called programmed fuel injection system. that is called PMG-FI. And there is a when we are riding a vehicle in the city, we will exceed some particular fuel range. This scooter is providing, and as the company standard is telling about 50 to 60, but even though in daily commuted, in daily congested traffic, even as when I am using, I have almost got 52. That what, but even in the congested traffic also, because I am not usually a rash driver. I usually rev it very gradually, which will provide the best standard of driving as well as. And we know that there is a vibration problem in the Activa 3G, 4G, 5G segment, but due to this modification and this weight, this fuel injection system, the latest clutch, the latest belt, the rollers, so put together, it doesn't feel much vibration compared to the previous version. So scooter, in the terms of, we know that there is no chain drive, it comes with a belt drive system, conventional variable transmission. Okay, so due to that, we can expect only the minimal level of vibration. That I have to tell you specifically. This I'm not comparing these to the standard of BMW or some higher profile vehicles, but even though a slight amount quiet vibration will be there during the idling system. So since there is no choke, do you think that will the vehicle give starting trouble? No, not at all. Very minimal start in the morning. So there is no choke system. Then how does it work? It's an auto choke mechanism, which in the if the vehicle is in higher RPM, if the vehicle is in the over cold stage, so it will get raised up to, the idle will be more up to 2200 rpm until it comes to the engine stable stage, which will obtain to the engine, it will comes to the engine operated temperature. And also coming to the accelerator point, I will tell you, we have two wires over here, which for the acceleration and for the retardation. So even though that will give the more minimal comfortable for the that will increase the fuel range. How I tell you, because if we are cutting out to the accelerator range, I mean that will, in previous version, that will directly connect to the carburetor, but now it comes with the fuel injection, which will over close to the throttle body. So that's how the complete entire system works. And we also have a handbrake locking system. Now the vehicle is been locked, so if you really if you long press it, then it will get automatically released. And the final thing that I will tell you is that this vehicle, comparing to the Activa 4G, 3G, 5G, this vehicle is quite longer. That I will tell you specifically. But even though light enough to manageable for both males and female, even if you are a less height person, if you doesn't like height, if you are not height also, this Activa 6G is much more comfortable for both female and male, especially with those who are less weight. We know that the lightweight Activa that I really drove is that Activa I, but still now it is not in the production. And also that we also know that Gracia, Aviator, Activa I, right now there is not, all these three variants are not in production. The fascinating scooter that I really love from the Honda is called Eterno, but right now it is not there, because that Eterno is drove from my grandfather. So these are the very few basic things that I have to that have been walk around through this video. So we will drive and check it out. And so we are driving the Activa after a small walk around. So to be that, I have to inform you that the vehicle total performance. So after driving around 400 to 500 kilometer continuously, I feel much comfortable. So continuously I have driven around 110 km, which I have planned for a specific location. So in that I have driven 80 km inside the city and 20 km above the city, which now right now I am driving in Bangalore. So first thing that I have to tell you is that the vehicle total build quality. So coming to the quality, so I'll say yes, good, not bad at all, because first thing, the engine 110 air cooled 4-stroke single spark plug engine, so doesn't it doesn't affect any any power distortion, especially since it is a engine from the Honda. Second thing, this 110cc is capable to driving inside city with this the total body structure. Third thing, the braking is much comfortable as I'm driving inside the city as well as in the urban with a pillion. So right now, even now I'm driving with a pillion rider, even though I feel much comfortable. So whenever the vehicle, I already mentioned that the suspension has been changed completely, since even though I'm driving in different environment, like a good road, a bad road, a broken tarmac, sludge, so the broken road, the uneven, the humps, the pits, the potholes, vehicle has given a very good stiffness, that I have to tell you very specifically. So comparing with other brand in the service wise, the service providing, I already mentioned you that the first service comes in 500 to 1000 km within 30 days, second service 6 months or 6000 km, third service 1200 km. So apart from the first service, yearly you got only 2 service. Really? Yes. Previously we have to go to service center by 2500 to 3000 km or within 3 months for oil change and general checkup and general service. But Honda has came up with the real better performance in the maintenance wise. So wherever the part they have increasing the cost, they have increased, but even though in the maintenance wise, yes, comfortable in that. So that I have to tell you very specifically. And the fourth thing that I have to tell you is that, do you feel much comfortable in the driving with a pillion rider, especially in the environment? Yes, that's very good. It's a really relatable for the driving as well. And the fourth thing that I have to tell you is that, if we are what is the purpose of buying the vehicle, that you have to think once, because now we are in the modern world 2023, we are driving it for we are using the vehicle for every choice of our experience, like we want to travel inside the city, outside the city, like a small a rural drive or urban drive, whatever. A scooter should withstand all the comfortable in that. But as I worked for the Honda for last 3 years, so I feel the scooters are much comfortable for driving as well as the maintenance. But from the beginning, we know that Honda is the one of the best scooters selling over the market, over the comparing with the Yamaha and Access. But recently Suzuki Access has taken the lead. And one thing I have to tell you is that, do you think which brand is the top popular richest motorcycle company? Do you think it's Honda? Do you think it's Yamaha? No, definitely. Or Aprilia or Ducati. For Ducati, even though they are not producing at all, but even though, which brand is the one of the top richest motorcycle company in the world? It's nothing. It's the Suzuki actually. So right now I am not going to talk about Suzuki much here. So the total experience from my drive, if you ask me that how far will you rate the Activa 6G out of 10, I'll say it's 5. Why 5? Okay, I already told you, mentioned that 2023, do you think that this scooter still have the same structure? Nothing has gone changed from the beginning. What do you think? See, I'll tell you one thing. There will be a frequent change in the structure, the function, everything, year by year or annually, right? So when you are purchasing a scooter, what all things you will carry out? Price, the color, the features, the size, the length, or whatever. Maybe we will or the service availability. Even though as a person, I'm investing over above 1 lakh, I'll definitely think about all the features, the cost, the service provider, the availability, the durability, the quality, entire thing I'll look after that. So put together, everything should be reliable, which means that I'll say that it should be, it should not make us complicated to search for a service, search for the parts, selection for the parts, driving uncomfortable, nothing. Even I'll tell you. See, we know that Activa, the smart Activa doesn't have kick. What do you think is the vehicle got breakdown without a battery issue? Only option is that you have to call to the roadside assistant or the or the service station, right? But in this particular vehicle, you have the kickstart system. In case the battery voltage also low, you can easily kickstart the vehicle and you can drive. And the safety features, yes, definitely safety feature. We have side stand cutoff, so you no need to worry about that. You are going to drive with active with side stand. So safety part they have done it very brilliant. That I have to say specifically. And the overall, if you are asking me that what do we suggest, yes, if you are not going to use the map, if you are not going to use the phone for charging, emergency charging, you are going to drive the scooter only in once in twice in a week, or every day you are using for daily commuted for 30-40 kilometer, but I am not going to use any charging system, I am not going to use any map, yes, go for it. I'll tell yes. If you are looking little more option for the you need map, you need navigation, but you doesn't like Honda like that, if you come up with all those points, then best, yes, you can choose the Activa as your privilege. And service wise, I'll give 10 out of 10 for this Activa comparing with other brands. Why? Because the maintenance, that I have to tell you, really, I have to tell you very really, because once in 6 months service is really good. You don't need to go to service and once in 3 months, once in 3,000 kilometer for service, and you have to leave the scooter there, then you have to wait for the whole day, nothing. Plan according. And also if you come up with the Honda application, which is easily available in the Play Store and App Store, you can easily add up your AMC top up points. So put together best. So service wise, and if you are purchasing Honda Active scooter, I recommend you to purchase the service AMC plus the extended warranty, because the parts inside the vehicle is very costlier comparing with other brand also. So please do that. And if you think that I have missed anything, please do message me in the Instagram page. Please do follow my Instagram page, and if you are coming to the channel for the first time, please do subscribe, and see you on the other video. Until, take care, bye.